the John Deere this morning, and I got a 10-foot offset disc behind me, and I'm on my way out here to this new ground that where I was burning at in my live stream, and I'm going to start disking the areas that there was trees, where we pulled all the trees and stumps out, so we can try to get the holes filled in so it'll be smoother. We'll start off by doing an aggressive offset disking, and then later on, after we let it set and freeze and thaw for a little while, we'll do a finished disking, and then we'll finish by running the rock rake over, picking up the rocks, and then of course seeding it. But anyway, it's a Monday morning, and you can tell it's a Monday morning. I went to get the tractor out, and somebody had moved it, and when they turned the key off, they put it in, turned the key all the way into accessory mode, and then it killed the battery, of course. It's been sitting there for 2 weeks with the battery completely dead on it, and so I wasn't too happy about that, and it took me half a morning to get it jumped off and cranked. And now who knows if the battery will be any good anymore. I hope it will, but probably not. And John Deere batteries aren't cheap, so that sucks. But anyway, off we go to the field. Hopefully the rest of the day will go a little better. I have to go get a DOT physical today for my CDL, so I'm not looking forward to that. And I don't know why I chose to do that on a Monday, but anyway, they just gave me a date and I went along with it. I guess I didn't realize it was on a Monday. Anyway, maybe the rest of the day will go a little better. So let's go see how this tractor does pulling the disc. Alright guys, we are in the field now, and I've actually been disking for a while. It's already after lunch. It's about 2:45. Well, excuse me, a little indigestion from my chef salad there, I guess. Anyway, it's going pretty good. The tractor is handling this disc like a champ. I mean, the only time it has trouble is when you're trying to go up a steep hill and it's mud. There's a lot of mud because we had 4 inches of rain. Today's Monday, and it was Saturday night, I believe it was, yeah. Saturday night we had about 4 inches of rain, and here it is Monday, and I'm disking. So yeah, it's pretty wet, but we're getting along good. Right here I'm going up a hill and it spins a little bit, but that's all right. It goes right on over it. And it gets kind of steep right in here. You're not going to be able to tell on camera, but it's steep. And yeah, I'm just going along, and I'm disking up all the areas that there was trees planted, and all the trees that are going to be taken out are gone now. You seen me burning them on that live stream. I think I talked about this on the way over here, but they're all burned up now. It took me probably 5 days to burn all that stuff. We'll go by over there and look at that here in just a few minutes, where that was at. But there were several little areas that had trees now that I'm disking. That way we can fill all the holes in, get all the stump holes filled in. And I may have to pull the big box blade over some of this later, in getting closer to spring. We'll let it freeze and thaw. Probably pull the big box blade over to help it get smoothed up a little better. And yeah, we'll just have to see. I'm not 100% sure what my game plan is on this yet. You know, may use a finished disc, may use a box blade, may use both. I don't know yet. But I do know that the end goal is to have it good enough to be able to mow it with a disc mine and get the tractor over it and be pretty smooth, so I don't have to fight rough terrain like I am now. Anyway, I'll pick you up because you're wobbling around a whole lot over there on that thing that I had you sitting on. This is not very stable. Maybe you can sit here till I put you outside here in a minute. I'm going to put you out so you can watch this disc a little bit. I've about got all this area right here done. What I want to do right at this particular spot, look at it back there. Just follow me everywhere I go. But I'm thinking about discing this field right here out in front of me because it's all just a bunch of briars. But I hadn't decided yet. But I feel like that may be the best way to deal with that area where it's. Look at how it's just kind of bare and just a bunch of briars. I think that's going to be the best way to deal with it, is to disc it. It's quite a bit of land here, and I don't really want to have to disc it all, but if I have to, I have to. But yeah, we got to plant something worthwhile here, and what's here now is not any good. It's all just a bunch of briars and weeds, and we ain't bailing that junk. We're gonna make something decent out of it. So let me put you out on the tractor fender so you can see what's going on a little bit. There you go. The audio is going to still be in here with me so you can hear me. This is the same disc, obviously, that we used down at the glass factory at Press Glass to stir the dirt. It was about this time last year I was pulling this disc, stirring dirt, trying to get it to dry so we could build that building pad. And we did that for probably over a month. And then about the time we'd start getting it dry, it would rain again. It was just a failure after failure after failure trying to dry the dirt. And we finally give up, dug all the dirt out, and replaced it with kind of a sandy type material that we found in a different area of the job. And we dug all that clay material out that kept getting wet, and then we were able to continue on with the job. But it wasn't the disc's fault that we were failing, it was just the type of dirt and the weather conditions we were having. The disc does pretty good, even though it's completely worn out. And as a matter of fact, we're getting kind of steep right here. As a matter of fact, I've been on the phone today with James River Equipment about getting the parts to rebuild this disc completely. We're going to put all new coulters on it, new bearings, new trunnions, just completely redo it. This disc came off my grandpa's farm, dairy farm, and it's probably disced 1 million acres of corn land. And it's now wore out. But we want to be able to use it for stuff like this, which it still works okay, but it doesn't disc like it ought to. Oh, that was a rock. Or a stump one that I missed. That's another reason I'm pulling this disc, is to try to find any stumps I missed. It actually has popped a couple little stumps out on its own. But anyway, yeah, this disc, we want to be able to use it for construction use, like drying dirt or reseeding the area like this. And which I guess this is leaning more towards farming than construction, but It's nice to have a big disc like this, so we're going to spend, we figure it's going to probably be around $5 grand to get just for parts to get this disc rebuilt, and then we'll rebuild it ourselves. But it is what it is. It's all those parts are expensive, they add up. But then we'll have a new disc again, basically, because the frame is perfect and everything else about it is in good shape. It's just wore out otherwise. This is probably, I was gonna say this might be the first time this disc ever been pulled by a John Deere tractor, but my uncle might have pulled it with his John Deere. I'm not sure. We kind of share this disc with him. It belonged on the dairy farm, and yeah, we can use it, and he told us to just keep it, but if he needs it, he wants to be able to use it, so that's where we're at with that. We keep it at our place, and he can use it if he wants to. Anyway, I think I've got all this cut about how I want it. I'm going to go down to the area next to the burn pile, and y'all can see the burn area where I was burning at the other day, and see what kind of shape it's in now. This spot, little narrow spot I'm disking here now, is where we were driving the big off-road dump truck to haul the trees down to the burn pile, and it made 2 deep ruts in the ground right here because it was kind of soft. So I was disking those ruts out. That's why there's a narrow strip up through the grass right there. So let me get you back up here. Now, close the window so it don't make so much racket. There we go. You can see where I've been disking down in here, and I've disked quite a bit out that way. But I've got a whole lot more to disc down here, and I'll show you where. I may disc some of this area here, between here and those spruce trees down there, but we'll worry about that later. The main area I'm concerned about right now is right here to my right, where there was a bunch of Christmas trees, and then all around this area where I burned, which is down in this deep holler where y'all were hanging out with me the other day in the live stream. You can see the black area down there. That's where the burn pile was, and it's all gone now. I've got some ashes down there I'm going to bury, but other than that, there's not really anything left. But you can see how, from here, how far this field goes down in there. It's a rather large field, and I don't know exactly how many acres is here. I'm thinking close to 30, and it could be more. And but yeah, it's going to be pretty nice to have this much acreage in one area, and I can come over here and set the mower down and put some hay on the ground instead of doing 5 acres here and 5 acres there. It'd be nice to have a bunch of hay in one spot. This, hopefully I can sell it all, which I don't think that'll be a problem, man. I've been having lots of calls this year for round bales and square bales. People looking and looking and looking. It just seems like every year it gets a little worse. Or more people getting animals. I don't know what's going on. I think the drought we had this year really slowed a lot of people's second cutting down if they didn't have it. If they didn't get first cutting done early like I did, they lost a lot of their second cutting hay. And fortunately, I got mine done quick enough that I was able to get all my second cutting hay done, and even got a couple of places in third cutting. But we might have had a little more rain than some places around us. Some places was hit pretty hard with drought. We had some, but it wasn't as bad as some areas near us. It's crazy how the rain can hit right here and miss 2 miles away from here, and do it several different times. Or 5 miles away from here. I guess that's cool. Actually, I had a field. I had 2 fields down. They were less than a mile apart, and I got rained out in one of the fields. I raked one field. Then I was going to rake the other field, and it started raining on me when I got over there. So I thought, well, crap, I lost my hay, or the high quality part of it. Anyway, I was still round belly, but it wouldn't be as good a hay. And I was like, daggone it. So I drove the tractor back to the shop, and it wasn't raining as hard at the shop. And I thought, well, I ought to just ride over there and see what the damage is to the field that I already raked. So I got in the truck and I drove over to the field that I'd already raked. And these 2 fields were less than a mile away, or maybe right at a mile away from each other. It hadn't rained at the other field. The one field that I hadn't raked yet, it got drowned, and the other field that I had raked, it hadn't rained at all on. So, and it was ready to bale. So, and the sun was shining there. You could see the clouds just over real close to the sun, but it wasn't covering them up. So I run and went back to the house, or went back to the shop and got the tractor and baler and drove through the rain with the baler and the tractor, went over the hill, got over to the hayfield, sun shining, baler, tractor dripping wet, been running windshield wipers, turn the baler on, start baling dry hay, got it all baled up. And I don't think it ever did rain at that field that day, but the other hay, I had to wait till the next day or the day after. I had to ted it again, and but anyway, away it goes. That's the first time I ever had it rain on one field and not the other that close together. I've had it do it before, but not that close together. The old disc is back there hopping around on top of some rocks, but he's doing pretty good. Now see, this is the first pass, and you can't really tell a whole lot of difference. Now up there, right below that tree line, you can see where I've been. I've been over it 3 times up there, and it's basically all dirt. So it takes about 3 passes to get back down, get the sod turned under, which is what I'm after, and stir the dirt up, get the holes filled in, mostly filled in. But anyway, I've rambled on for quite enough, I'd say, and appreciate y'all watching my videos, and we're gonna keep disking this field and go take a DOT physical here in about an hour, and hopefully that goes okay. And then we gotta go to town, because the wife said we're going to town, so we're gonna go visit a friend. So anyway, we'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one.